The GR Corolla is finally out, and you probably know everything there is to know about it. But do you know how you should spec one out? Should you get the Core or the Circuit Edition? And what kind of packages should you get? And at the end of the video, we're going to take some guesses on the pricing, so make sure to stick around. But first, let's start with the standard equipment. First, the body is built on Corolla's GAC platform, so it has the same wheelbase as the normal Corolla, but the similarities end there. This car isn't even made in the same assembly line as the Corolla. These limited production cars will be built in Motomachi, Japan, where they have a dedicated production facility for this car. It's the same home as the Lexus LFA and the Mark IV Supra. The power plant for this GR Corolla is a 1.6-liter 3-cylinder turbocharged engine. It makes 300 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. There's only one transmission type, and it's a 6-speed manual. There's an all-wheel drive system called the GR4, which works the same way as found in the GR Yaris. Basically, the rear axle is slightly overdriven, and there's a clutch that can vary the torque distribution between the front and the rear. The body is 2.5 inches wider to accommodate that wider track. There are functional vents at the front and the fenders. There's 3 exhaust tips. And on the inside, you'll get a 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster, some beefy seats, Toyota's all-new infotainment system, which looks very nice, and plenty of GR branding. Suspension-wise, you'll get a McPherson-style design at the front, double wishbone multi-link at the rear. You'll also get huge brakes, 14-inch rotors and 4-piston calipers at the front, 11.7-inch rotors and 2-piston calipers at the back. The wheels are standard 18-inch gloss black finish, and it comes equipped with Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires. Curb weight is 3,249 pounds, which is 200 pounds less than the current STI. Speaking of which, where is the STI? Here's GR Corolla. So that's the standard list for the GR Corolla, and this will be available in 2 editions, the Core and the Circuit editions. The Core edition will be on sale starting this year, and Toyota plans on making 5,000 copies of the Core edition. If you think that's a low number, just remember that all 5,000 of these will be in manual only, so appeal will be lower in general. So what do you get in the Core edition? Visually speaking, you'll get the standard Corolla hood. There's a color-keyed roof and a small hatch spoiler that's pretty common in plain Corollas. From the belt line and up, you won't even be able to tell that you're in a standard Corolla or a GR Corolla. Meanwhile, the front grille and the rear diffuser are finished in a matte black finish. And you'll be able to get the Core edition in white, black, and the supersonic red. Now here's the important part. The Core edition will come with standard open differentials. Open differentials just mean that when one tire is slipping, all the power will go to that side, because torque goes to the path of least resistance. The majority of cars you see on the road have open differentials, so it's normal to see that here in the GR Corolla. You still have the GR4 system, which means that you can change the torque distribution between 60-40, 50-50, or 30-70 for some rear-biased fun. If you don't plan on autocrossing or doing any track driving, then you're probably fine with just standard open diffs. But if you're the type that need to unlock the maximum potential of the GR Corolla, well then you're going to want that performance pack. The performance pack will give you the Torsen limited slip differential for both the front and the rear axles. This means that when one side of the vehicle is slipping, not all the torque will be sent to that side. Simply put, this means that you'll be quicker in the corners because you'll have better traction. This performance pack is a must. Just like how the Z51 package is a must for Corvette owners who want to track their cars, this performance package should be on your list if you want to experience this car as it was designed. The Core edition will also be available with a technology package and a cold weather package. The technology package will give you a premium audio system and a wireless charger, while the cold weather package will give you heated seats and a heated steering wheel. Personally, if I were to get the GR Corolla Core edition, I would add the performance package and the cold weather package. The Torsen limited slip differential is very important to me, and since I live where there can be a lot of snow, the heated seats and the heated steering wheel are big bonuses. But let's be real here, if we have the option, we'd all get the Circuit edition because Here's where the GR Corolla really stands apart from everything else. First of all, the Circuit Edition will be on sale starting in 2023 and in very limited numbers. From talking with the execs at Toyota, there may be between 1,250 to 1,500 examples. Basically, get on a list now because this is the one that everyone wants. Visually, you can tell you're standing in front of a Circuit Edition by the special heavy metal paint. You can also get this in a white or supersonic red finish. The grille and the rear diffuser gets a gloss black treatment. Up front, there's a special hood with a big bulge in the center with some functional vents. That modest hatch spoiler is now replaced with a big wing. And perhaps the biggest eye candy of the GR Corolla Circuit Edition is that the roof is made of forged carbon fiber. This is pure automotive artwork. Every piece will be different. It is unique. And I still can't believe that the company that brought you the Prius just put a forged carbon fiber roof on a Corolla. As for all of those packages that you can spec out for the Core Edition, you can find it as standard equipment here in the Circuit Edition. So don't worry, that Torsen limited slip diff will be in here. Jumping inside, the Circuit Edition will get you some special red contrast stitching on the seats and black and red trim details in various places. You don't see it here because these cars are pre-production models. Speaking of which, during this reveal event in Long Beach, California, there's a lot wrong with the pre-production models. For example, the Circuit Edition had the older Corolla gauge cluster, the wrong infotainment system, and perhaps the worst offender of pre-production offenses, an EV mode button on this very non-hybrid GR Corolla. Anywho, inside the GR Corolla Circuit Edition, you'll find a special shift knob, and you can only find this for the 2023 model year. On the shift knob, you'll find the word Morizo on it. This is Akio Toyoda's alias when he secretly raced in the 24 hours of the Nürburgring back in 2007. Now, if you don't know Akio Toyoda, he is the president of Toyota, and he led the development of the GR Yaris. And he is the reason why this GR Corolla is here now. Switching gears, let's talk about how much all of this will cost. We don't know yet because pricing will be announced in the coming months. But you're here now and I've done a bit of research, so I'm going to share with you what I think. My guess is that a stripped out Core Edition without all the packages will be somewhere around the $35,000 mark. Why that high? Because other turbocharged all-wheel drive cars that's at the 300 horsepower mark costs at least that much. The 2021 Subaru WRX STI started at $38,000, and the 2022 Volkswagen Golf R starts at $44,000. And to bring in some historical context, a 2006 Mitsubishi Evo 9, which is an all-wheel drive turbocharged car with 286 horsepower, cost $30,000 back in 2006. Adjusted to today's dollars, that car would have cost $41,000 new. So it's not a stretch to think that this GR Corolla might actually be aggressively priced at $35,000. As for that all-important performance package, I'm guessing that it's going to cost around $3,000. For some context here, the GR Yaris Circuit Pack sold overseas, which gives you the Torsen diffs and forged BBS wheels and Michelin 4S tires, cost 3,500 pounds, or roughly $4,500 US. So it's not far-fetched to think that a package with just 2 Torsen limited slip diffs will cost around $3,000. So take the GR Corolla Core Edition and add the performance pack, and you're at $38,000, which is on par with the current Civic Type R. Or shall we say the previous one, because we'll be seeing the next gen Type R soon, and that might start slightly below $40,000. And that next gen Civic Type R just set the record for front-wheel drive cars at Suzuka Circuit. I, for one, am looking so very forward to the eventual Civic Type R and GR Corolla battles in the future. So when you add the technology and cold weather packages, and my guess is that each one of those will fetch around $1,000 to $1,500, the price for a fully loaded Core Edition might just be under $41,000. That's still considerably cheaper than the Volkswagen Golf R, which starts at $44,000. Now, when it comes to the more limited run Circuit Edition and guessing the price, we need to go back to the Civic Type R, But this time, take a look at the limited edition pricing. The Phoenix Yellow CTR was limited to 600 units. And that car was special because it added lightness. It had lighter BBS forged wheels, it removed some vents, extra parts, and sound deadening materials. And it added very sticky Pallet Sport Cup 2 tires. The price of that limited edition CTR was $6,500 more than the base. So it's not a far stretch to guess that the Circuit Edition, which, let's be honest here, is really just a set of visual upgrades over a fully loaded version of the Core Edition, will cost less than that $6,500 differential. If we looked at how much carbon fiber roofs cost for other cars, the prices vary a lot, but a good guess would be around $3,000. So add in that unique hood, the big wing, special trim, that shift knob, and some limited edition fudge factor, it wouldn't be a big shocker if the Circuit Edition commands a $5,000 premium. So my overall guess for the Circuit Edition's price is $46,000 before any potential markups. This would make it an aggressively priced car when compared to the competition. With dealers potentially trying to cash in on this limited edition GR Corolla, I would not at all be surprised if we see some $60,000 Corollas in the near future. So that's my guesses. I want to hear yours. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Am I right on the money? Am I totally off? Let me know. We will know for sure when pricing will be available in the coming months, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to get those updates. I want to thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. My name is Hanson, and this has been the GR Corolla.